Welcome, Mark.
Thanks, John.
Tasman's focused on rare earth metal exploration. Can you tell us a little bit about this market and what are some of the recent trends you're seeing?
Sure, John. We've seen in the rare earth sector, pricing has gone through, I guess, a real bubble. So prices ran up from levels of let's say around $10 a kilogram long term to $100 a kilogram, and they're now settling down at let's say $20 or $30 a kilogram. That boom obviously frightened investors a bit of misunderstanding what the market's all about. But we're now seeing prices that are sustainable. The consumers are very happy with long-term pricing. So I think we're seeing a real long-term sensible sustainability in this market.
Great. Now, your projects are in Sweden. What attracted you to that area?
Yeah, Sweden's a bit of a different district for mineral exploration, but Sweden is the biggest producer of metals within the European Union. So it's a very active mining country. There's some very, very strong companies that operate there. We turned up there about 10 years ago originally to invest in mineral exploration in Sweden because it's a very low cost country. It is one of the most efficient countries in the world in terms of GDP per hour worked, so they're very efficient people. And a great place to explore. We could get access to good areas of land with high prospectivity, and so we've been working there for 10 years now, and really found our niche. It's a really great country.
Now, you have a number of projects in Sweden that appear to be developing rapidly. What can you tell us about the history of your Norrish project and what stage is the project in today?
Sure, John. No, we're very fortunate to have discovered Norrish, and really it was a greenfields discovery, as we call it in the exploration business, that we went there with very little information about what was beneath the ground, and we've now discovered a project that is one of the largest heavy rare earth projects in the world. And so obviously, yeah, I'm a geologist by training. That was a very exciting time for me as a CEO of a company that's done that. So we picked up the project in 2009, and very little was known about it. And apart from surface sampling, we began drilling, and our third drill hole as a company intersected a very, very thick a very thick zone of mineralization. So we've been drilling since then, and we've now drilled about 140 holes. We've done engineering studies, we've done financial models, and we've shown that the mine can operate for at least 40 years. It can be a very major producer of rare earth metals. It can provide most of Europe's needs for heavy rare earth metals for that 40-year period. So yeah, it's turned into a very, very significant project, and yeah, it's something I'm very excited to be part of.
You seem to have a unique story with the European focus. How do you see that supply chain developing?
Yeah, rare earth metals are something that it's a very unique and niche market, and so you need to understand where you fit within the supply chain. And we're very fortunate in Europe that the skills that we need to bring together that supply chain, they really already exist. So the European market in Germany has it has magnet makers, it has metal makers, it has rare earth separation companies. So all the skills that are needed to be able to get a secure and independent supply chain can be formed inside of Europe. And so we're very active in bringing that supply chain together. And when you look at the companies that are involved, it's all the German automotive companies, it's large engineering firms like Siemens, it's chemical companies like BASF or Rhodia or Solvay, all have interests in rare earths, and so we're really the cornerstone of that much bigger picture, which is the rare earth supply chain.
Mark, tell us a little about your background.
Yeah, sure. I'm an Australian, obviously, from my accent, and I'm a geologist by training, and I had a fair bit of experience in various parts of the world, and then yeah, as I said, my business partner and I, a fellow by the name of Michael Hudson, decided to jump on a plane and go to Sweden and check out the other side of the globe from Australia. And yeah, we were very fortunate. We got great support from the Geological Survey and found the data we needed to operate, and we found we got the exploration claims and the permits, and were able to really make a difference in that Swedish environment. And so yeah, it's been a very fortunate story for us as a business.
Mark, to summarize our discussion, why should investors take an interest in Tasman today?
Hmm. Sure, that's always an interesting question when we talk about the company, and certainly we have as a company we have many milestones coming over the next 12 months, and that's really as we understand our project better, and the place where we're really adding value is our processing technology. So we're working on that every day, is to understand how we most efficiently get the metals out of the rocks and form a saleable concentrate. And we're doing that all the time and hitting many milestones. Of course, we've seen the rare earth prices stabilise, and so the bigger picture, I think, on the rare earth sector is that we're now at a point where both the producers and the consumers of rare earths are comfortable with the pricing, and so we're seeing some real stability, and so the shock factor has gone. So I think that gives us a very stable and long-term background to work against as well. So I think the next 12 months from us, we'll be seeing some major engineering studies. We'll be seeing an expansion of our resource, and coming up with a really clear European business model that won't be matched by anybody else. There's no other company working in Europe on a project like ours, and so we have a very secure position.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks so much, John. Cheers.